Today's lesson is on diagramming sentences. A sentence is a complete thought that has a subject and a verb. Subjects are normally nouns, and nouns are people, places, and things. Verb or the word predicate are used interchangeably. A verb is the action that is being done in the sentence. Adjective. Adjectives describe or modify nouns. Adverb. An adverb modifies an adjective, an adverb, or a verb. In diagramming sentences, to start off, we should find out what is the subject. The subject in this sentence is glacier. Write an S on the top for subject. The verb in this sentence is melting. Is melting is the verb. How is the glacier melting? The glacier is melting slowly, which is an adverb. Slowly is modifying is melting. So to put this on a diagram, we would start off with the baseline. And the baseline is a horizontal line that goes straight across. After we have the baseline, we draw a vertical line straight down and through the horizontal line. On the left is your subject. On the right of the vertical line is your verb. So the subject is glacier. What is the glacier doing? What is the action of the glacier? The glacier is melting. And that is the verb. You see, we have the and slowly are remaining. Articles and modifiers go on a slanted line so the word the and the word slowly, because slowly is modifying melting, they go on a slanted line under the baseline. And that's how we would modify or create a diagram for this sentence. So the article, glacier subject, is melting verb, slowly adverb. And there you have a diagram sentence for the first part. As we talked about in our first exercise with diagramming sentences, we talked about a baseline, and we talked about the vertical line that goes straight through the baseline. In this sentence, the glacier is slowly destroying the forest. This sentence has a direct object in it. The glacier, that is the noun or subject, is slowly destroying the forest. Is the verb, and it goes with is destroying. Slowly is the adverb. Most adverbs end in ly. The forest is the direct object. The are articles. So to modify this sentence or to create a diagram for this sentence, we would start off with our baseline. Which is a horizontal line that goes straight across. Then we start adding our vertical line that goes straight through the baseline. And because we have a direct object in this sentence, we add another vertical line, but this vertical line does not go through the baseline. So let's plug in parts of this sentence. Remember, on the left, you have the subject. On the right is the verb. And the direct object always follows the verb. So the first part of this diagram is glacier. And then on the right side of the vertical line is your verb, is destroying. And then forest is the direct object. Now we have two articles. The, which goes on a slanted line, and we have the forest. And what we do with adverbs, they go under the words that are being modified. So slowly is modifying, is destroying. And slowly is an adverb. So this sentence would read like this: the, which is an article, glacier, which is the subject, is slowly destroying. Is destroying is the verb. Slowly is modifying, is destroying, which is an adverb, because remember, adverbs modify verbs or other adverbs or adjectives. Forest is the direct object in this sentence. So the glacier is slowly destroying the forest. This is how you would do a diagram sentence with direct objects. And that will conclude the second part of diagramming sentences. So the third part of our sentence diagramming in this third example would be using predicate adjectives. And remember, adjectives describe nouns. Okay, in this sentence, Mr. Boomin is a brilliant instructor. Okay, Mr. Boomin is the subject. Is a brilliant instructor. Is, if we took these two out, it would be is a instructor. So is the verb. Brilliant is the adjective describing Mr. Boomin. Instructor is the predicate adjective. So to diagram this sentence, we would start with our baseline. And then our vertical line that goes straight through the baseline. And then we would start with our subject. Remember, your subject is always on the left. Your verb is on the right. Subject on the left, verb is on the right of the vertical line. So the subject is Mr. Boomin. The verb is. Verbs are action words. They can also be a state of being. So is, in this sentence, is a state of being. Is. There's no action being done. So this is a verb. Brilliant is a brilliant. On a slant, instructor. My spelling is off. But instructor, that is the predicate adjective. Brilliant is describing, and this is on a slant versus a line that goes straight through when it's a direct object. It's on a slant because it is a predicate adjective. Brilliant is describing what kind of instructor he is. So brilliant is the adjective. And then A is a is an article. Okay? So Mr. Boomin is a brilliant instructor. Mr. Boomin is the subject, is the verb, is the state of being. A is the article. Brilliant is the adjective that's describing what kind of instructor Mr. Boomin is. An instructor is the predicate adjective. So predicates are used with verbs interchangeably. Verbs can be a state of being or they can be an action. Okay? So this will conclude the third part of diagramming sentences.